To be honest with you, this was a week of trying to get back on track, but then eating out at cafes so many times this week. We really like working on our computers out. So it's just a bunch of clips of us trying to eat well, but eating out. So on this day, we went to 2 different cafes. So you're seeing both of those. Okay, we're in Sprouts right now, and there's this ice cream called, what is it called?
Basic Bear.
Ice cream for bears. And the flavor is Basic Bear, and it's basically pumpkin spice, except the ingredients are so clean. It does have dairy in it, and a lot of people with eczema struggle with dairy, but this one is milk, cream, raw honey, it's good for you, pumpkin, skim milk, egg yolk, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice. There's no ingredient in here that says natural flavors, and so we're gonna get it. By the way, it's editing me that's going through and leaving these voiceovers. We didn't end up actually getting the pumpkin spice ice cream. We forgot it, but we got all of this other stuff instead. We're just in this pumpkin spice kick right now. Literally even bought pumpkin. And of course, more clips of our pets. So Wolfie's our dog. His name's Wolf. And then the 2 kittens are Teak, which we call Tiki, and Junie, but her real name is Juniper. And we're obsessed. Okay, I just made George a PSL, a pumpkin spice latte. So I used organic pumpkin. It's actually a decaf. I frothed it. There's cinnamon, there's honey, and then we use a decaf mushroom coffee. So here you go, sir. Here's your PSL. Hope it's not terrible. I feel like the theme of this vlog is just PSL, pumpkin spice, everything. Oh my god. So back at another cafe, working on the histamine course as per almost always recently. That cafe that we went to this day was actually one of George's favorites. This is near uptown Charlotte. If you're from Charlotte, we went to Undercurrent and Plaza Midwood, so you can go there too if you're interested. I had a tea there. I had a golden milk latte, and George had a pumpkin spice chai there. And we actually had to charge my car. And so it was just, the first part of this week was just so gloomy. It was a little bit chillier, a little bit gloomier. The second half of the week was actually quite hot. You'll see we actually go kayaking. I'm recording this voiceover on Saturday, so you'll see us kayak towards the end of this vlog, but it was nice to spend time with George this week. In the last vlog, you learned that we're pregnant. And so now you're going to see this week where we're just eating at cafes and stuff. I do this business, my eczema business, and that's basically what I'm doing when I'm on the computer all week long. And we're trying to get on the right track with eating, but then we keep going to these cafes and we eat yummy things. We'll get little drinks or little things to eat. Cookies. I keep trying to get us back on the right track, but it's a little difficult. So this week I'm still not doing the best as far as getting really strict, but for dinners and stuff, we do have bone broth soups and stuff. And so we're when we first moved, it was so bad. We were eating so bad out of lack of time. Now we're getting back on the right track. We're not fully on the right track yet though. So that's what this week is kind of all about. And what else? Oh yeah, so today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is going to be 17 weeks pregnant. And I feel like today I'm showing a little bit. And I've been having a lot of a melon. Not a melon. It's supposed to be the size of a pomegranate. I've been having pinching in my I'm having pinching, if you know, you know. So I assume it's growing. And I feel like I look more pregnant today than I've looked the whole time. Also, with being pregnant, I feel like I don't have as much self-control with the eating, but maybe that's not the pregnancy.
We also have a debate on the size of the baby.
We do have a debate on the size of the baby. I want a small baby,
And we want a 9 to 10 pound baby.
I want a good 7-pound
6
baby.
pound baby.
Little 7-pound baby, easy to get out. Every week, it's a different size. Like last week it was an avocado, and I was like, no. Like tomorrow it's gonna be a pomegranate, and I'm like, yeah, good old size of a plum. He's like, good old size of a melon. So yeah, I'm gonna play some clips from like different things we've eaten and different cafes we've been at during this week, and we'll continue the week. Tuna toast. Right, okay, so dinners tend to go well. As you see, that dinner was perfect. Salmon, quinoa, cabbage, all the right things. Then the next day we have a little picnic where we're doing a puzzle in the yard. And we had a little charcuterie board. So high in histamines. It's clean, like it's like healthy stuff, but just not good for my eczema right now, which I'll address in the next vlog. I'm actually going to do a whole comeback healing sort of vlog in that one. And of course we have the kitties. So in here, this pretty thing is a pumpkin banana bread with carob chocolate. Yum. So our days this week basically consist of cafes, pets, relaxing, working, all sorts of things like that. And Wolf and Tiki have become more and more friends the more time goes on. So back at another cafe, this one's called Flower Child. There was a bee on our food, and the food was actually so good, but again, high in histamines. So today we went down to this area of Charlotte called Ballantyne, and we worked on our computers, and then we went to Sprouts as per usual and got more groceries. But there was a really fun reason. Dun 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 dun. Leggy. So it's called Ice Cream for Bears, and the ingredients are milk, cream, raw honey, pumpkin, skim milk, egg yolk, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice. I think we've talked about this before briefly, but it's called Basic Bear. It's like a pumpkin spice flavored ice cream, and it's like clean. It obviously has dairy and stuff in it, which most people with eczema tend to struggle with, but once you heal, once you feel a lot better and you can tolerate dairy, it's a very, very clean ice cream. And then we got a couple of other things. And what did we get? We got milk. We basically bought all dairy. We got milk, yogurt, sour cream. What else did we get? It's in the car, isn't it? Eggs.
Oh yeah, there's one more bag in the car.
Anyway, so yeah, that was good. Now we're gonna rest for the rest of the day.
I don't know what you thinking.
Are we? Listen.
My mom invited us out to this lake that's kind of in the middle of the country to kayak, and we're the only ones out here pretty much, which is quite nice. And poor George has a kayak he's too small for. Okay.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. We brought our snacks out here. I have a baby bump today. George is excited about my baby bump.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we had these little bars. They're called Raw Crunch Bars. If you saw maybe like 2 vlogs ago, we showed you we got them from the market. And my mom really likes them. We got them for her, and then she brought us some to eat today because she doesn't tolerate chocolate that well, and these had chocolate in them. So we ate those, ate a banana. I packed some oatmeal, but the oatmeal, like, I made it in the Instant Pot, but it wasn't sweet enough or salty enough, so it was kind of bland. So we ate all that, and then we kayaked all the way to the other end of the lake. And then my mom's...
We saw these birds that flew over our head, and then it was so quiet that we heard the birds flying over us, and it sounded like a really far away plane.
It was probably one of the coolest
so
things
cool.
I think I've ever experienced. Like, we're just so rural right now. And there was like it was a flock of ducks, and they go overhead, and it sounded like meow. Like you could hear them flapping, and they were like cutting through the air, and you could hear that. And I had no idea you could even hear something like that. So that was pretty incredible. Today is Saturday, so we're gonna end the vlog today, and we'll start our new vlog for next week, probably tomorrow or something.
Well, that's exciting.
It is exciting. We're my best friend's baby just turned 1, so later on today we're gonna head to her birthday party. But what's funny is my friend tried to send invitations out and I never got it, and so I saw her yesterday and she's like, "Are you coming tomorrow?" I'm like, "To what?" And she was like, "Oh, like the birthday party." And I was like, "If you would have invited me, I'd go." And she was like, "Oh no, like I sent out the invitations but they didn't go." And I was like, "Well, what time?" Because we made this plan. It's like pretty early in the morning. And she was like, "Oh, 4 p.m. And I was like, "Okay, cool, we can do that." So we're gonna do that later today.
There's ducks over there.
Geese are over there. So we're gonna enjoy this peaceful, probably another half hour, and we'll see you next week.